Iraqi Kurdish forces have found a mass grave in Sinjar following the liberation of the town from the ISIL terrorist group. The mass grave was believed to contain the bodies of 78 Izadi women aged between 40 and 80. The mayor of Sinjar and local people say they saw clumps of hair, bones, money, and keys, which they believe belonged to older women from the village of Kocho. Officials discovered the site of the mass grave on Saturday based on information from young women enslaved by the ISIL. Daesh terrorists occupied Sinjar in August 2014. They've systematically killed and enslaved hundreds of members of the Izadi minority. Sami Ramadani, professor of London Metropolitan University, joins us now on the line from London. Professor Ramadani, welcome to the program. In light of this new discovery of the mass grave, which alludes to the horrific actions carried out by the Daesh Takfiri terrorists, talk to us more about the reign of terror of the ISIL in Iraq and beyond.
It's a sad and very terrible thing to say that I wasn't surprised when I heard of the horrible news of the discovery of the mass grave, because this Daesh organization is the most brutal the area has ever seen. I've studied the history of the area going back hundreds of years. There has never been an organization of this sort which kills people left, right, and center without any... they are an amoral group, a group which has no morality. They use certain falsified bits of Islamic traditions as a cover. And they are really a brutal political organization. And they have attacked all these communities that have lived in Iraq for literally thousands of years, Yazidis, Christians, but they have also killed thousands of Muslims as well. They call them, they for example, don't even recognize the Shia as a sect of Islam. So they brutalize and kill people at the most basic level of either belonging to an ethnic minority, a religious minority, and they killed a lot of Sunnis as well, because most Sunnis do not support Daesh, this brutal organization. When they first entered Iraq and destroyed the Yazidi towns and villages and destroyed Christian villages, then they turned to the city of Al-Afar, where many thousands of Shia homes were destroyed or taken over, and many were killed. When they attacked an air base in which 1,700 young cadets, teenagers, were at the base, all unarmed. They took them, slaughtered them through some with shotguns, some were slaughtered, and their bodies were thrown to the river, and some were buried in these mass graves, similar to what they have now discovered in Sinjar. They are an offshoot, really, of the U.S. invasion of Iraq. They are an offshoot of what the United States and its allies did in Syria, and they are doing in Syria, and they are still backing other terrorist organizations in Syria. Saudi funds and Qatari funds have gone into beefing up these terrorist organizations, and the United States and Western policy in general was to have regime change in the area.
Okay, thank you very much. Syria. So we're going to have to leave it there. That was Professor Sami Ramadani joining us on the line from the British capital, London.